Today, the new Tier 9 French 2025 BT25 AP was launched on World of Tanks console, and I've had a couple of games in it as I had 2 million free XP to convert from the 1390, so I thought I'd go and fully upgrade it. Didn't worry about looking at the first packages, although I can see that they'd be auto cannons too. You get the 90mm from the 1390, but the fully upgraded one is a 100mm cannon. It's a 6-shot auto load of a 300 average damage. The one you get around about 192 average pen on the standards, and the APCR pen is ridiculous. I haven't had to fire any of those yet. So aiming time is not too bad, 2.5 seconds. The armor on this thing is typically French. There isn't any, but we'll go through that in the module viewer in a second. So you get those 3 packages. So the engine, the fuel tank, yeah, I got set on fire in my first game, wasn't really happy about it. That's the turret, and there's the tracks. It's relatively quick and good traverse, not too bad. Turret traverse is quite good. The radio, so you can hear the screams, is in the back, and the ammunition is relatively safe in this vehicle, so you're not going to have to worry about getting ammo racked too often. And the crew members, now he's next to the fuel tank at the front, so you tank and you'll more than likely lose your driver on a fire, as I did. Now the armor, obviously, see, as I explained earlier, is non-existent. Interesting thing about this one though, above the 1390, is you can now start to fit the vertical stabilizers for equipment. That's how I have mine set: 6 prems, 18 regulars, 6 high explosives, just in case you come across a Waffenträger. I go with vents, coated optics, and a gun, vertical stabilizer, because who doesn't want to fire on the move a little better and see a little further? But these are the equipments that you can run on the tank. And just as I was wanting to go back over, the aiming time is 2.5 seconds, so you don't need to really worry about that gun lane drive. So let's have a look at the game. It's Himmelsdorf, and I'll explain a few things about what I'm doing. So first things first, I would always take an early position in the centre town and near a ramp, so you're not going to be able to get shot through the gaps. And if anybody does try and come through the holes and straight into the cap area, this is how I play the batch at Himmelsdorf Blizzard. I guard that road. Now we have a T30 on our team who decides that he would sit there, and obviously loses a lot of his health. Because he allows himself to get shot by the enemy T30, a T32 and the light tank. There's not a lot I can do. He's kind of like a little bit too far along. But now I can engage on the T32, but I'm so sorry that I got to him a little bit too late. I didn't want to push in and take unnecessary damage from a T30 that I didn't have to. Now, then I know the T30 has the big gun. We take out the T32. Now the T30 has a big gun, so he has a long reload. And he got scared for some particular reason and didn't try and chase. So now I know he's in Banana Road. Banana Road is uncovered and I'm reloading. What I do is I revert to the back corner of the map, which is a relative safe point at this moment. We're on the hill, we're pushed across the top. I got by myself 30-35 seconds for a reload. And I know that they're going to try and come through Banana Road, or at some point try and get to the cap. Okay? So my next point is to guard this exit to our cap. And of course I'm an automatic loader, so those guys are one bangers. Should the T30 miss me, I'd be able to take him out. And I did not know, but there's a Carnarvon here too, who'd been sneaking along with the T30. So I'm just watching the map for safety reasons and to see what we've got elsewhere in the vicinity. I know that we've got a TD there, So we've got a Carnarvon right here, who graciously allows us to shoot him a few times in the face, but I'm not going to try and pen him at that angle because that's upper plate at a really good angle. So what I'm going to do is wait for my sixth sense to go away, wait for him to think that I went up the hill, and because he's an idiot, I'm going to let him think that he can get to the cap, which he tries to do, and then shoot him in the backside. Now as you see, the camo rating, and I'm even firing at that range, he cannot see me. So this thing has got great camo when firing and great camo when standing still. I mean, that's not a long distance, that hill to the cap circle. So what I now ask is that a TD can come back, because they're going to put 2 in the cap. And I asked the TD that's on the far side, could he come back and help me out, because I can take out the Carnarvon, but my 5 shots will not kill a full health T30. Now as I go down here, I notice the T30's on this road, so I'm not going to engage the T30 first, because I would think that he will focus me, shoot me and kill me. Then of course this map's fantastic for the ground resistances, and it drags me over the humps. So the Carnarvon dies, and this allows me my 5 shells to be ploughed into the side of the T30.
That one left a big hole. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
So the other 2 tanks are way the hell away from me. That's my game pretty much over. But I never play Batchat on the offense at Himmelsdorf unless I absolutely have to. The longer you live with an automatic gun, as we all know, the better. Because the weaker the enemy team's tanks will be, the easier they are for you to clip. I did wonder if this tank destroyer on the top of the castle would push round the front. If he had have done, I would have waited right here and just shot him. But he decided to camp the corner. And then when he got found, he rushed anyway and got killed by an ammo wreck. So all in all, I'm pretty impressed with this thing. I mean, it certainly is more mobile and much more camo valued than the Lorraine. The gun reloads really well. You know, to pull 3,800 damage at Himmelsdorf in a French automatic loader, I considered to be not too bad. And apparently that's just a 3rd class. So some people have been killing it in this thing today. So it's going to be a great tank. Whenever you guys want to get hold of it, just convert that XP you got from your 1390 that you've always had, and just get on with it. It's good fun. Yeah, but just watch out for the fires.